from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Monday, November 29th. So today we do have the moon moving into Libran energy very early on in the wee hours of the day. So we are going to get a full waking day with this Libran energy. So anytime the moon is moving out of this Virgo energy, again an earth energy, very focused on the physical realm, organizing, restructuring, putting everything in its place, we do get a little bit of a lighter energy, a lighter vibe with the moon in Libra. Suddenly, we're moving up into our headspace. We're trying to weigh the pros and cons. We're being a little bit more thought-provoking, a little bit more logical and practical with our plans, with our strategy, and becoming a lot more social. The moon in Libra definitely wants to express ourselves, but we want to stay in the shallow end. The moon in Libra doesn't really enjoy kind of diving into the depths, and Lord knows we're still recovering from Scorpio season, so that's not going to be too much of a deal for us. But we are going to have to learn balance, and we learn balance through the extremes. So we have 11 different aspects taking place here today. 9 of them involve the moon. Mondays are ruled over by the moon. So we're definitely going to have a little bit of an inner balancing act kind of day. The moon right out of the gate is making a beautiful aspect with Jupiter. And Jupiter, of course, wants us to grow and expand. And he's in Aquarius, so we're growing and expanding our future plans, our future ideas. We have to open up our mind space and really kind of allow new ideas, inspirations, visions, goals, and dreams to really take us on a new adventure in our inner realms. The moon trines with the true node, definitely putting us in a futuristic type of position to try and figure out what it is that we want in our future realities so that we can start breaking down those pieces on how it is that we're actually going to get there. Again, the moon in Libra, very focused on the mental realm. We can sort through these details, process these details, come up with a fair and balanced strategy in order to actually get there. Mars, who is still in Scorpio, is going to trine Neptune. This is a beautiful energy for us because Mars is very motivated to take action. He's our will, he's our drive, he's our passion, he is our anger as well. But in Scorpio energy, in his place of power, very deeply intuitive. We have some gut reactions coming in right now, making us act on our current passions and desires. We're very intuitive, we're very fired up, we're ready to make a move. And because Mars is interacting with Neptune this way, again, Neptune rules over dreams and spirituality and karma, all of those lovely metaphysical things. We get to align with our higher selves and grasp a vision that we're feeling good about, that we feel aligned with. And we're encouraged to actually make a move in our physical realms to kind of signify that we're ready to align with this path and moving forward, and that we're kind of ready to stop messing around in our inner realms and start taking action in our physical realms. The moon goes ahead and semi-squares Mars, though, and this is going to put us at a little bit of at odds with ourselves because, you know, that moon in Libra, we want to figure everything out. We don't want to act on impulse, which Mars does very frequently. And the moon in Libra definitely wants us to, strategize, to be logical, to be practical, to weigh the pros and cons, especially emotionally, because that's what the moon is all about. But guess what? Mars, tired of thinking, tired of feeling, just wants to do. Now, the moon is going to harmonize with Uranus, and this is going to give us a huge jolt of energy in our mental plane. Watch out for your central nervous system. Again, we learn balance through extremes. This Uranian energy affects the central nervous system. It comes into our higher intellect. It downloads us with a vision, with a dream, with a goal, with an aha moment that we can't go back from. This is exactly what we need in order to shift our mental state. As you know, the mental state has been very dark, very heavy, very troubling as of late. We're still in eclipse season. We're still kind of creating chaos within us. And this is going to help us see the bigger, grander picture here and where it is that we kind of have to open our minds, open our heart space to letting new elements get closer to us in our physical realms. The moon in Libra sextiles the sun. Beautiful energy because, of course, the sun in Sagittarius, fire energy, a quest for new truth, a quest for new adventure. We are definitely blending this air, again, Libra is air energy, with the fire energy of Sagittarius. And let me tell you, the moon in Libra is going to make sure that we're not acting willy-nilly, because again, we can be unfocused, a little bit scatterbrained and all over the place with this Sag energy. But this is really going to add a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of excitement with the new ideas coming in. We're having a lot of revelations, and we're definitely seeing where the overlap is between the life, the reality, the parts of ourselves that we're walking away from, and the new elements that we are having to openly accept and willingly embrace. The moon in Libra sextiles Mercury. This is going to be a lot of pressure in the head. We are going to get our heart and our head in a little bit more of an alignment. We do have, again, Mercury in Sag, really kind of expanding our mental planes. It's big energy. It's hard to focus. We're missing the smaller details, but the moon in Libra, again, is trying to help us balance out how it is that we're thinking, how it is that we're feeling, how it is that we have to kind of strategize due to our emotional needs at this time. And Mercury is really going to help us project that, kind of give us a little bit of oomph as far as expression goes. But again, be mindful, because Mercury being in Sag, we're a little bit blunt. We have no filter. We have a tendency just to say things as they are, and that could lead to misunderstanding and a little bit of hurt feelings. The moon goes ahead and sits across from Chiron. This wounded healer aspect is going to illuminate for us where it is that we're still kind of at odds with ourselves, with our emotions, with the wounds. Yes, we are seeing the growth. Yes, we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but there are still some elements that are really triggering for us, especially thinking about the futuristic version in which we want to be living and the not so nice elements that we're currently having to deal with in the here and now in order to actually get there. The moon in Libra trines Saturn. This is going to be a great boss up. This is going to be a great grasp on reality, on our confidence, on basically what it is that we have to do to boss up in our realms, emotionally speaking, in order to get down to the nitty gritty to honor the roles and responsibilities that we've already committed to. This is a karmic energy. Again, we are in eclipse season. Karma is the driver, if you will. And the Saturn energy really wants to illuminate for us where it is that we have to think a little bit more long term about the roles and responsibilities that we have, about the new foundations and systems that we must build. We do have a lot of grounding to do, and that moon in Libra is going to help us see the pros and cons of where it is that we're currently at, and really help us focus on logic and practicality in adding a brand new strategy into our thoughts, into our emotions, in order to build the kind of reality we want to be living. Mercury trines Chiron. This is an aha moment in the mental plane, especially where our healing is concerned, especially where our wounds, our life lessons, our karmic life lessons are concerned. Mercury, of course, has us just wide open in the mental plane, wide open in the throat chakra, expressing the new realizations, the new aha moments of growth, of realizations on where it is that, you know what, we've been tested by the universe and we are rising to the occasion and passing with, flying colors at this point. We are going to see a huge shift in our mental plane with this particular aspect just before, 5 minutes before the moon in Libra goes ahead and makes a not so nice aspect with Jupiter. So like we've been talking about, every single time we take one step forward, those dark forces kick in to try and push us 2 steps back. This is a perfect example of that. Mercury trining with Chiron is going to illuminate for us where it is that we are having success in healing some of these wounds and triggers. And then the moon in Libra bumping into Jupiter this way is just going to emphasize, turn the volume all the way up on all the more growth we have to do, the more healing we have to do, the more energy we have to put out. And again, anytime Jupiter Jupiter is involved, yes, we want to focus on the growth, the expansion, but this particular element is likely going to turn the volume up on all the things that we quote unquote still have on our to-do list as far as our healing is concerned. And sometimes that can become overwhelming. Sometimes the more that we want for ourselves in a futuristic type of version of ourselves can really make us down on ourselves in this present moment.